How's everybody doing? Welcome to another vehicle modification showcase on the Lampadati Viseris, the sports classics car with the mounted machine gun on the front. So I'm going to order it right now for $875,000, and it says thank you for your order. Your car will be arriving shortly. And now that it's in my arena workshop, I'm going to enter my vehicle modification workshop and showcase the customization options on this Lampadati Viseris in the sports classics category. Now, right off the bat, we're going to have armor upgrade to 100% for $50,000, brake upgrade for $35,000 to 100%. Then we have an extended blackened extension, primary extension, a secondary extension, bolted extension, and race setup. Race setup looks pretty cool to me, so that's the one I'm going to choose. And we've got a removed rear bumper or chrome stock bumper. So I think I'm going to choose the chrome stock for $7,400. And chassis, we've got a parcel shelf, an interior window, or GT filters. Now, I couldn't really find much of a difference between all three of those. It seems to not change the way that it looks very drastically, except for the partial shelf. But the interior window, the GT filters seem to make the headers on the air cleaner on the engine a different shape. So I think I'm probably going to go with the GT filters, but I'm having a hard time finding any real differences between the race shelf. Obviously has a little shelf behind the seats, and I guess the interior window adds a second window in between the engine and the interior. So why don't I just go ahead and choose this GT filters for now for $1,500, and engine EMS upgrade level 4 for $33,500. Now let's check out the different hood options. We've got carbon detail, vented cover, carbon vented cover, blackened louvers, primary louvers, rear roof scoops, that looks pretty neat, and then a vanity cover. And I'm a big fan of the vanity hoods so that you can see the engine, and that looks pretty cool on this car, so I think I'm going to go ahead and choose that for $4,100. And next up, we've got exhaust, twin titanium tips, twin chrome, horizontal, single, that makes it a horizontal shape there, interesting. Carbon big bore, cannons, wow, those are huge, MK1 diffusers, MK2 diffusers. So the diffusers seem to put it up where the license plate is for $12,000. I'm going to go with the MK2 diffusers with the diffusers on the rear underneath the vehicle. Looks pretty neat. Oh, a wide body kit and panel splits we've got for fender upgrades. So I'm going to choose the wide body kit for $1,500. That's a really good price. And hood options, we've got secondary detail, carbon detail, or a single vent. And I think I'm going to go ahead and go with the secondary color detail. I like the way that looks. And I'm going to change my secondary color, I think, over to a white or something like that. Headlights, gonna have to go with the orange headlights to match the color on this series. There we go, neon lights front, back, and sides with the orange color to highlight this vehicle's paint job. That's gonna look great. And trim color. We can also change the secondary and the trim color on this car. So you can change the color of the stripe on the hood and of the interior. That's pretty cool. I think I'm going to go with a ice white for this. For a matte ice white for the secondary color on the hood. A nice dual coat stripe. I think that looks good. Trim color is obviously going to have to be white to match with the 50-50 orange-white color scheme on this car, and the crew emblem. Going to go ahead and fit that onto the side of my door. And so we've got different extensions, secondary, primary, and bolted extensions. That looks pretty neat, that rocker panel with bolts on it for $14,000. And spoilers, we've got a slipstream spoiler, a tailgate spoiler, V-wing spoiler, primary ducktail, carbon dovetail, race carbon spoiler, carbon aerodynamic spoiler, a carbon drag spoiler, and a competition spoiler. So let's shuffle through all of those different options again. I like the tailgate spoiler, I think, on this car. The V-wing spoiler is just kind of too small, and the competition spoilers are just kind of too big and overpowered on this car. So once again, my favorite is going to be the tailgate spoiler. I think that's the one I'm going to go ahead and choose for $13,000. Just look at the difference between the V-wing and the tailgate spoiler one more time. The V-wing is just a little narrow, so I'm going to choose the tailgate spoiler. There we go. So we've got suspension, sport suspension for $3,400, lower it all the way. Transmission, race transmission for $40,000, and turbo tuning for $50,000 to really make this go faster. And then on the front we've got mounted machine guns for $100,000. That's a good price, and that's going to be pretty cool to have mounted front machine gun weapons on this vehicle. So as far as the wheels go, I think I'm going to choose something like a chrome muscle or a chrome sports or a high-end. Definitely going to be chrome rims for this vehicle. There we go. I think probably something like this is going to go well on this car. Split 6, 7.5s, big worm, triple wired flare, stock wheels. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with something in the muscle category to fit this car a little bit better. Or maybe even possibly sports. Yeah, the sports wheels look pretty good. I think I'm probably going to choose Ice Kid. I like the way that those wheels look. Super 5 looks good, rough wheeled. And yeah, Ice Kid is my favorite on this with the chrome sports wheels. So I'm going to choose that. For free, since it is in my arena workshop. Custom tires, bulletproof tires, and orange tire smoke. And that will complete the wheel setup. And after this limo tinting, I'm going to add this limo tinting to the interior, to the windows in the interior, and that's going to complete all the customization options for this car. As far as performance goes, the Viseris does not perform very well in racing situations due to its mediocre traction, which gives it a tendency of spinning out around corners. Yet on the other hand, its top speed exceeds some of the higher-end supercars in the game when fully modified. However, in stock form, the vehicle isn't much faster than many other vehicles in the game. The car's suspension can also be slammed, stancing it and making it a great drift car. Ultimately, the Viseris cannot be satisfactory in sports classics racing, but still dominates vehicles within its class. The Viseris' statistical shock stop speed is 109 miles per hour. And the Viseris can equip 2 driver-controlled machine guns on its front, which perform the same as those of vehicles like the Blazer Aqua and Ruiner 2000, providing decent firepower against players and vehicles with none or light armor, but will struggle at heavily armored vehicles. The Viseris appears as a 2-door classic sports car taking inspiration from the De Tomaso Pantera GTS and the Maserati Merrick. It also takes design cues from the BMW M1. With the MK1 or MK2 rear diffuser exhausts added, the player can remove the license plate, making it illegal on the road. For some reason, the stock fender option is listed as stock left fender, despite it as a general change over both fenders. This is caused by clashing with the internal name of the group, where the fenders are usually assigned to the left-wing group. The Viseris' top speed unnaturally exceeds some of the fastest vehicles in the game, such as the Pariah, added in the same update, and the Banshee 900R when fully upgraded, often reaching speeds of up to 150 miles per hour. There were a lot of things to like about Lampadati's Viseris: the smooth handling, the chiseled good looks, the salt-of-the-earth engineering. More than anything else, you had to love the unmistakable roar of its barbaric V8, but if you thought that was sweet, you couldn't be improved, you were wrong. Offset by the rattle of twin forward-facing machine guns, it takes on a whole new depth of character. And if you went on to like this video, please drop that like button, and subscribe would be very much appreciated. I'll see you in the next video.